Welcome to Monday Night Live, the weekly training that guides professionals to financial prosperity. Join our community and start building your wealth.
In any case, without further ado, I think, George, you're going to pick us off tonight. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes, if I may, that would be great.
And if you could, George, give everybody a brief intro. You have an interesting life. I want people to hear a little bit about what brought you to this point, if you don't mind sharing.
Yeah, no, you need a week and a box of tissues for me to go through the whole story, but I'll give you the pre-seed version. Yeah. Now, I'm originally from Africa, but I live in Australia. I've been in Australia many years and very blessed and thankful to be here. It's a phenomenal place. But we can talk about that another time. But I've been with Promptings, or some people know as Send Out Cards, for 17 years. The company's been around for 22 years. And I'm actually an affiliate, so that I make money from the service, but you can be a customer or an affiliate, either or, it doesn't matter. But it's a phenomenal company, and we call ourselves gratitude specialists, whereby we celebrate the people in our life, be they personal and or business, and the law of reciprocity and the universe will deliver some shape or form. And you all know that, if you do the right thing, the money will come anyway. And that's exactly what's happened in my business. And it's allowed me, and this is going through BNI, Zoom, and my business, expand my business globally. And a majority of my business is US based today. And I'm excited about that. And in that, about three generations, I met Debbi DiMaggio, who's a phenomenal realtor out of the Bay Area in San Francisco. So it allows you to do lots of things. So I'm just going to go through. It's going to take me 12 or 13 minutes to go through what's in it for, basically for you, and how you could utilize it for your personal and business life. So I'm going to just go into here and share my screen. And
okay.
Can you guys see my screen?
Not yet, but it might be slow because it's halfway around the world. We'll see. Are you on a Mac or a Windows?
I'm on a Mac, but I can see my screen right now. You can't see it?
No. Not yet.
Not yet.
No, it's up, and I don't know why that's not working, guys. Oh dear, that's not a good start. Let me have one more go. Open with preview. It should be.
Mac's one of the few things I don't know how to do Zoom share on.
That is not. I checked this before I got on, and I can see my screen perfectly. Oh no. Let me try another way.
Okay.
That's a.
You only have one monitor, right, George?
Yeah, I only have
laptop.
one monitor, yeah.
Okay, so look for the red bar. It probably got hidden on the edges, especially towards the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
And in the red bar, you should see the share button again.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it that way now because that's
there we go.
Yeah, it was. I was in a hurry. Okay, I'll open it in preview, and you should see it right now. How's that? Huh?
Yep, we can. Prompting. So
you got it.
That's what it's called, promptings now.
Happy days. Technology. Yeah, not my forte. I'm better at sending cards. So so we've been around for a long time, and the owner and founder of Promptings, a gentleman by the name of Cody Bateman, is just a phenomenal individual. And as he says on the screen, Promptings are an intuitive thought that guides you to gratitude. And we are the gratitude specialists, and it allows us, this system allows us to send physical and digital cards, right? And I'm going to explain the difference between the two. A physical card, obviously, is something that comes via the US mail. And then the digital is something and it takes about 4 days to get there. A digital card is instantaneous, and it's basically the same, but it just gets there instantly. But it doesn't hang around. It's not like, it comes in and it goes out. But a physical card, it can end up in somebody's purse, on their fridge, on their desk, on their credenza, whatever it is, and it tends to hang around. And I've been at this for 17 years, and I know people are going to their house or their business, and they've still got their card from 10 years ago. So it's very powerful. So you can use the computer and or your phone. And we're coming into the holiday period, guys. It is a huge time. There's many ways to celebrate your clients. And obviously Halloween, and I love Halloween. I send out a lot of stuff for Halloween. Thanksgiving is a massive one. Here is my Thanksgiving card from last year. I sent about 400 cards to my client base. I went on to ChatGPT and created a nice New York squirrel in Central Park, put some words, lovely words in there. And I didn't put my logo on the back because it's Thanksgiving. If you can not do that, that's a good idea. So there's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, there's for whatever occasion, be it a birthday, just because, or somebody's lost a pet, you go on social media, you grab an image from social media of their dog or cat, and you send it to them, because invariably they do not have a physical print of the animal. It's just digital, so it's nice. And the cards are 5 by 7, so they fit into a frame very easily. They can frame it. Now I want to show you this next picture. This is the couple that introduced me to promptings all those years ago. And Devin and April live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and they were at a concert a few weeks ago, you know, bands and all that sort of stuff. I just went on to ChatGPT and I said, look, the couple in the foreground, take the two of them and put them in a caricature in a beach setting, and that's what came back. And I sent it off for their anniversary, which was great. And I never thought anything more about it. And a few days ago, I was watching April on Instagram post, and there she is. She's doing it. So I took a screenshot, and the reason I took a screenshot, if you look in the back there, guys, there is my card on the fridge. And that's what I'm saying to you is, you want to own, your real estate agents, most of you on the call, want to own the real estate on your customer's fridge. So every time they open that fridge, there is a reminder of you. So you stay top of mind. And one story from me, I used to be in real estate up until 2 years ago. And I remember this lady, I phoned her up one day and chatting to her, and halfway through the conversation, she said to me, hey, remember, you're a real estate agent, aren't you? I said, yes. She said, well, I listed with somebody a week ago. And the reason she did is because I'd stopped sending her cards. I don't know why, but she had forgotten that I was in real estate until I phoned her. So this is a great way to stay top of mind, guys. And here's another example. Take a picture of the person's house and send them a card, because they invariably don't have a printed picture, and you can even create a caricature of it. So it's a great way for you to do that. You can add a QR code. And yeah, I'll have questions shortly, Gary. Okay, now that's the physical cards. If you want to send a digital card, and by the way, your physical cards can go from your phone and or your computer. If you do a digital card, it arrives in the social media or their email or their phone. See, there's a button there. It says, try it yourself. Now, think of this, guys. If you send a digital card to somebody and then they try it for themselves, that's them connected to you. It's a reminder about you. So when they want to sell their house, because every 5 to 7 years or whatever the number is, they're going to be thinking of you and at least give you the opportunity to come and appraise their home. And then if you look at the bottom further down, it says request a printed copy. So you can, they can ask for a printed copy. So they, you know, if it's something personal that they want to keep. So what does the company do? The company does everything for you. And I'm going to explain this. We have what we call gratitude specialists. They'll set up everything for you. All you need to do is hit send. That service for that gratitude specialist, obviously there's an additional fee for that, but invariably a card costs at maximum $4 per card, includes the stamps. At most, probably the most economical is $2 a card and includes the stamp. Going back there, if you look at the bottom line, your emails don't end up on somebody's refrigerator, but your card can.
Yeah.
So
Well, I like the price because I know, at least lately, when I've gone to get cards at the store, they're now like, $3, $4, and $5, just for, I mean, the ones that they're more elaborate, they're like $6, $7, and $8.
Yeah, they're $6, $7, and $8 for sure.
And you got to go there.
Something under $7.
Yeah.
And then you lose them. You buy a bunch of cards and you put them somewhere and then you forget about them.
Yeah, and you don't want to go to the store because there's people there. You don't want to see people. So, couple of stories. First one is here in Australia, a gentleman was trying to contact this lady on a regular basis. He was contacting her about, because he was in computer stuff, and he could never get through the gatekeeper. Anyway, he phones one day and he gets the secretary, and the secretary says to him, "I'm sorry, Mrs. Smith is not here. She's gone away to her mother's funeral in another state." So I said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." Put the phone down, sent her a condolence card. 3 weeks later, he got a phone call from that lady, and she said, "Look, come in, we'll have a chat." Went in there, said it was the only condolence card she got. Cut a long story short, over a period, he picked up a $250,000 account. We call ourselves alchemists. We turn 10-cent piece of paper into a $250,000 contract. It's powerful, guys. I can't stress it enough. I have a friend who's in our business. He's in I think it's Watertown in Massachusetts. He has something like 400 real estate agents in his system that he works with, and virtually every one of them use cards because of the power of it. So that was the first story. The second story is about a gentleman by the name of Ryan Gifford. Now, he's a real estate agent that I worked with when I still had a business, and I dropped my agency about 2 years ago. So I had all these contacts. So I thought, well, I need to reach out to these people and tell them I'm not in real estate anymore, but I do have contacts. So I sent out about 100 cards, and that was the front of the card to my contacts. And then I told them about my friend Ryan, who's a surfer like I am, and there's a story on him. And on the back, I put his QR code and which explains a little bit about him. And that's how we've been selling some houses, and he gives me 20% of the commission. Thank you very much. So there's Ryan again. You can create a card and have all your phone numbers, for emergency services that can go on their fridge. Once again, a reminder about you so you stay top of mind. So I got 2 more things to do, then I'm going to introduce Debbi. If you look here, it says there full impact. That is the physical cards. Then, instant impact. That is the digital card that arrives instantly if somebody's birthday today. But you can follow up with a lasting keepsake that they're going to keep. Then the wider reach, this one here is our gratitude specialists. These are people within our organization that only work for us. They will set up your database. They will look for addresses for you. They will create your custom back. If you want to have cards come from different people in your organization, they can do a myriad of things for you. As I say, there is an expense for that additional service, but it's an amazing service because you're busy and you don't have time necessarily to go and do all this yourself, but they can help you do that. At least use them initially to set up everything for you, and you can just go back to basically letting the cards go. And it's set and forget. You can postpone, to go one week out, 1 month, 1 year, whatever the case may be. And then down the bottom, I don't know if your face is in the way, but down the bottom he has inner growth, and that is, we also have a personal development type part of our business we call, and we're very much into gratitude. If you're grateful, basically the rest of life is simple. So here we go. That's a gratitude experts. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in 1 minute how you can send a physical greeting card or digital card from your phone. And I'll need to stop sharing that and go to my phone.
Okay.
So bear with me while I change. Okay. Tell me if you can see my phone right about now. You see my phone?
Here it is. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Now in here, in the promptings or send out cards system, there are thousands of templates, guys, for every conceivable occasion that you can think of. But because of ChatGPT, I basically use the one at the top now. I very rarely use the standard templates. I create my own. Now, being a real estate agent, imagine there's two of you. You go and do a presentation at a house, an appraisal at a house, and as you walk out there, the one agent goes back to their office and they follow up by phone, text, fax, or don't fax any, whatever. They follow up their way. What you do is you take a picture of their house, for argument's sake. And you can see down the bottom, you can do physical or, digital act or physical card. I'm going to do a physical. And I haven't got a picture of a house, but I do have a picture of a very good looking dude. He was billboard at the stadium. I think it was Penn State playing Oregon or something. There was this billboard of this guy outside the stadium. It's loading. Can everybody see that? Huh? You like that?
Oh, that guy.
So that's in front of the card. If I go to the back of the card, hi, Gary, comma, new line. Lovely to be on your webinar, new line. I am blessed, new line. Have a great night, new line. Aussie George. I can highlight that, change the font, change the color. And this, as I say, imagine you sitting outside somebody's house in your car, and you're about to drive off to your next appointment, and you can send, just give me Gary Wilson. There you go. And I've just sent a physical card that's going to arrive at Gary's place in about 4 days. Now, is that hard? That ain't hard. So that's, you can use the cards for, those personal quick things, but then you can use our gratitude specialists to do your sort of, if you can say, your mass mailing where you send out 10, 20 or 1,000 cards in one hit. Yeah, so I'm done there. I know Debbie wanted to share a couple of things. So Gary, can we go over to Debbie?
Sure. And so when you created the card from your phone, you didn't actually have to type in the verbiage. You
Voiced
spoke
it.
it.
Yeah.
Just like a new. Okay, that's awesome.
And it even understood Australian.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
We can.
Dashboard. Yeah. Okay.
Well, George is the best teacher. I met George through Tasneem, and Tasneem is on today. Thank you for coming, Tasneem, and thank you for connecting us. George is a great teacher. He reminds you of all the things, and he just reminded me of something else, which every time I see something he does, I try to do it. So once you log in, what I love about this is, first of all, you can see your card history, but you can see your contacts, and it is so easy. As an agent, you have so many contacts, and then people move or addresses change. You can edit it super quickly, and it's so much easier, I think, than a CRM. So it's just another place I love to be organized. And you can see, did I send a card to so-and-so? So you can go on top, let's see, and you can see that you've sent a card to so-and-so. And then what I also love about it is I could go to, let's see, where is it?
What you're looking for, Debbie?
Oh yeah, here it is. So here's card history up at the top. But what I love about it, and this is so great. So I go to my plans. So right now, if I go to plans, I can scroll down and I can see I have 2 days left and I have 7 cards to send. So I go, okay, who am I going to send 7 cards to? So I have 2 days to do it because I don't want to, I'm paying monthly and they will expire. And it just kicks my butt into place to say, send some cards. If you don't have them set up, and I can find 7 people that I want to send cards to. So it really prompts you, promptings, it really prompts you to go, who do I want to reach out to? We took some people out to dinner the other day, clients we've bought and sold 2 houses with. It's like, it was so great to see you. Like, whatever happened, we went to a wedding. What a beautiful wedding. Like, whatever you did, you can think about it. But when you're going to go to the store and buy a card, or pull from your stationery. It's like you either have to go buy the card, that takes action, you have to go to the store, you have to look at all the cards, and your mind is just spinning. Then you have to make sure you have a stamp. This is handled for you. So it is incredible. I mean, I've never used anything like it, and I love sending cards. And so this just makes it so much easier. So I love that I have the monthly, and no matter what, I'm going to send out that many cards. I love to build my cards, and so I'm going to share some. So if you go, he showed you on his phone, and I'm just showing you here. So these are all their cards, and then I'm constantly creating cards for friends and people. And I met an artist in LA, and I said it was nice to meet you. So let me pop in so you can see. So I had some of his art from his house, and you log in and you upload. And this is actually, he was a protege. Steve Kaufman was a protege of Andy Warhol, and he had
Oh,
all,
wow.
yeah, it was pretty incredible. I have to get us out of here. So
There's an Andy Warhol Museum in Pittsburgh where I just moved to. I'm
wow.
guessing he used to live here maybe at some time in the past. So, yep.
So then it just flips over, and you can go over here to the left, and you can change the different, if you want 2 photos, you want text and 1 photo, whatever it is you want. And then I'm obsessed with fonts. And so you have all the choices for all the different fonts. I seem to use the same one all the time. Shout out.
And Debbie, can I interject there? Yeah,
Yeah,
talking about fonts, you can actually create your own handwriting font. You fill in a form and it'll be exactly like you would write it yourself.
that's very cool. I got to do that. And then one of the art pieces he had was of Robert Redford. And so, like I just said, see you next time. Thank you for the tour. And then I said, in memory of Robert Redford. And it's as quickly as that. And then you go to send. And then you can also convert it, like George was saying, into a digital card as well. And I am going to start, I am going to start sending them also as a digital card, because sometimes they haven't gotten them if they changed addresses and I didn't have it. And then they also have a solid version as well. But I love the idea that it prompts me to continue to reach out. So I just wanted to show. So this is what it looks like. I created this act for you. Let's see which one this was. I met with someone the other day. This is how it, well, this was his. So how it opens up. Let me go to a different one. And you can write little messages. And if I was sending this to someone else, inviting them to come up to my home up in the Bay Area, and we're doing a senior seminar. So I included some images of that and said, I can't wait to work on our senior seminar. She may be on right now, Jacqueline. And I wrote a little note. And then this is my son and my husband and I, and just sent her a little card. And I sent it in the mail, and I think I haven't sent it in a digital yet. But they are just really great cards. And I went to an event with business networking in San Francisco. I popped in the photo and new people I had met. So what's great about it is people, and we did this little activity, and the people who got it at Green Couch, which is the staging company, they didn't forget me. They said, oh, and then I introduced them to George so they can work together. And then I pulled a photo off of, this is my brother and one of the guys who worked with this guy I had just met. And so I went to his Facebook and I found a photo, because he said, oh, are you related to Mike DiMaggio? I said, it's my brother. And that was probably taken 10 years ago, but I found it on Facebook, and I posted it and sent it to him. I sent it to him. So I just think it's a really great tool. And does anyone have questions? About this?
So, is there ever a case where you would send a digital one and a actual printed card too?
Yeah, what I want to start doing is, after I give it maybe like a week, I'd say, I want to follow up with just hope you received my card, just so they also have it digitally as well, and just a way to check in. A lot of times people call us, or they'll send a photo and say, like you did, Gary, when I sent you mine, it's like you get photos back from people saying, oh my God, I got your card. It's so great.
Yeah.
And I was in a
That was neat.
friend's house down the street and I was waiting for her and I was just meandering looking at her things and I saw 4 cards I had sent to her and they were all around her house. So like he was saying about the refrigerator, people don't want to throw them away because they're so cute and the quality is really nice. So I can't even getting a stamp, going to the post office or, going to this, getting the stamps, going to find the card, finding the right card when you can create it. And if you need messaging, if you're not sure, especially with condolences, go on AI to come up with a condolence message because that's always a tough one.
And if
Yeah.
I can add to that, one thing, being a real estate agent, you want to thank somebody for a sale or whatever the case, you can add a gift. There's a lot of gifts in there, different sort of gifts that you can utilize as well. So the card and the gift go together. It's not like you've sent a card and then you have to buy a gift and send them separately. You send them together. So yeah, another thing you can do.
I
have a question.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, I'm interested in the logistics. So let's assume we decide we're going to sign up. So what would we have to do to get started, get our contacts uploaded and get our first card out? I mean, I watched him do it and it looked real fast and real easy. So I don't know when I look at mine if it's going to be that easy. Because I've got addresses for half of them. I've got phone numbers for a third of them. I mean, phone numbers for 100%. But, I may only have addresses for a third or fourth of them. How do I get all this content together to get a card out? I may have emails on some, phone numbers on some. So do you send it by text? You send it by email? You send it by hard mail?
Can I answer that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, firstly, the printed cards come out of Salt Lake City in Utah. So depending on where you are in the country, it's 3 or 4 days to get into your post box. But what happens if you've got a bunch of contacts and you don't have all their details, our gratitude specialists, the people that they will go and
Hi, I just want to take a moment to thank you for watching a recording of the Monday Night Live class. Hope you're getting a lot out of it. I'm sure you will. I wanted to let you know that, you can come to Monday Night Live whenever you want, but you can also participate more with the team. Why don't you set up a call with me, a one-on-one strategy call? I can go over everything with you, show you everything that we have to offer. For example, did you know that on our team, not only do you get your leads, we actually give you your own account on our lead gen system. So this puts you in control. You're not waiting on somebody to hand you leads. You get to pick the ones you want. Okay. Huge difference. We have 21 of our own proprietary marketing campaigns. They're all copyright protected. We're the only ones that can use them. Okay. The coaching is absolutely one-on-one. We got 3 coaches. We even have a 4th success coach that we have access to. Okay. One of left fewer than 100 in the world. Okay. One-on-one coaching. Right now the big problem is volume. We need more transactions. We need more inventory. I get it. Well, we know how to get it. Our team actually outproduces the national average by more than 2 to 1. So if you're struggling, don't do that anymore. If you're a solo agent, if you're a team, let's just talk. Smart entrepreneurs are always open to discussion. Learn what we have to offer, and then you can make an informed decision about staying where you are or moving on. You got to decide, if you're not where you want to be, you've got to take action to get where you want to be. Let's see how we can help you do that. I look forward to talking to you. Click on the link, set up a call. And by the way, I'll see you on the next Monday Night Live.
look up those addresses. Today they can find anything. They'll look up addresses for you. They'll clean up. They'll make sure your database is pristine with everything that you need, from the physical address to the phone number to the email. So they can do that for you. But physically sending a card like I did there, I could have done it on the computer as quickly. It's not long. Yeah, there's a little bit, you learn a little bit. It's a new platform you haven't used before, but it's really intuitive. And I mean, even Debbie can use it. Sorry, Debbie.
I like using it on the laptop. It's a little easier. I sometimes, just so you know this trick, sometimes you have to go on your phone if you want to capture someone's photo on Facebook or Instagram, you might screenshot it or save it with your thumb onto your phone, and then you can put that photo onto your computer and then upload it that way. It's easier to see on the laptop, but you don't, and also to answer your question, you don't need phone numbers. if you have people's addresses, or they can find the addresses for you. And then if you want to send it digitally, you'll need to get the phone number, but you don't need the phone numbers to do what we're doing right now.
Okay. Phone numbers I probably have. It's email addresses and physical addresses I don't have.
Yeah, it's the physical address you want for this, so they get it in the mail, because that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Well,
but-
could we arrange, we could have a one-to-one, we can have a chat and I can show you some of those things.
Okay, I'd
I
like
have
to
a
do that.
I have a
Go ahead,
follow-up
Pia.
on Kay's question. Once the information is all filled in, can I then download it to put it on my Google contacts?
Yeah, you mean if you've got the data in promptings, yeah, you can just export that, yeah, to Excel or CSV, yeah.
Great, thank you.
I do have a question. So, you know, a lot of us already have a database using like something called Bold Trail or Lofty. Can we import in mass? Like if we take what we have now, have it formatted in a certain like Excel spreadsheet format and upload an entire database like that into Synod cards, or is it
Yeah,
one for one as you?
you can upload 10,000 or whatever at a time, yeah. You can
Okay.
do that yourself, or somebody can help you do that, but yeah, you can do it yourself, easy, yeah.
Okay. And then for scheduling, let's say we have an anniversary of when they bought their last house with us, for example. Can we have that programmed in the system so that it triggers us every year? Hey, so and so anniversary coming up in 70, something like that. Birthdays, is that all
Yeah,
scheduling?
it's all there. It depends on where you are in the world. In the States, they'll give you 2 weeks warning that there's a birthday or an anniversary,
Okay.
or for a house sale or whatever. Overseas, they give you 3 weeks because to get the physical mail there takes longer. And by the way, yeah, you can send it to anywhere in the world, of course.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Um, all right. Now, when we get somebody new, I just want to go through an example. Let's say we get somebody new, they bought a house with us, but we know their birthday's coming up because they told us at the closing. Can we set them up for a birthday card? Say that's like a week out. Two-part question. Can we get that scheduled so we can do the card tonight, but the card doesn't go out for 3 days? Number one. Number two is, does the system remember that, or do we have to click on something to say, um, store this date for future use, or how does all that kind of stuff work?
Yeah,
You're
you
the-
can pre-schedule it well, you can do it like a drip campaign. If it's a birthday, you can pre-schedule it. But if you want to do a drip campaign where you're working with somebody, you want somebody to go out in a week and a month and a year, it will do that automatically for you. And it will record your birthday or whatever you wanting to put it. It will record it. It will ask you, do you want to keep this? And it'll say yes, and just click yes. Yeah, so it does all that. Yeah.
Okay, or how see when your contact import dates.
Oh, there's Debbie doing something there now. Yeah, so it's got everything in
Okay.
there. And yeah, and it'll put, oh, it's clever. I didn't create this, I can assure you. It's very clever. It will do all those things. It'll spouse, children, and it keep all their birthdays and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. In fact,
Oh, there we go. Important dates. I saw that. Okay.
yeah. See, Debbie's smarter than I am. I mean, I don't even use all those. I don't use all those things. I just wing it.
Yeah. I like that to use the omega symbol too.
Yeah.
When I had this years ago, it was just the physical cards, and it was plenty good enough then. It's definitely gotten a lot more sophisticated. Obviously, the addition of the digital is a big addition, but all the feature and functionality, I mean, it's pretty awesome. Is there a way, I don't know if this has come up, but can you, on a digital card, is there a way to add music too? Like I've seen that popping up more and more in different systems.
It's not available at this moment, but it's not far off here.
Yeah, I've
Oh
got a
my
feeling
gosh.
They're creating stuff all the time.
yeah,
And I like that. But as they said, those aren't that will happen. Bang, that's great.
yeah.
But it's the that's potentially can go viral. I have no doubt about that. But everybody still loves the physical cards because people don't get mail today or don't get it often. And like that person that sent the condolence card, it was the only condolence card the lady got. People just don't do it anymore. So it stands out.
Yeah.
And by the way, for those who don't, it comes. Oh, this one hasn't got a stamp on, but it comes via US mail in a, what color is this? Teal color envelope. You know it's not the IRS. It's something personal. So we get 100% open. You know, the person standing at the garbage bin, that's going into the bin and the rest is going into the house because they're bills. Well, this will go into the house, but they know it's not a bill.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
let me show you one more card. Look at this. This is an anniversary card, right? You can get
Mhm.
real personal. There's my three grandchildren. They're now 9, 5, and 2. But so you can get very, very personal, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Now how about as far as how many? Like, do they can you send so many per day, so many per month, so many per year? Is anything like that that we have to deal with, or
Well, I have a client in Western Australia, in Australia, and about twice a year he sends 5,000 odd cards in one hit because he deals with
Wow.
pubs, hotels, resorts, and that. He does insurance, and he sends all these cards out in one go. So yeah, so you can send masses, or you can send one a day. It's up to you, one a month. I have clients that come in at Christmas time and they say, "Oh, I've forgotten how to use it. Can you help me?" And they send off 10 Christmas cards, you know. So it's up to the user what they want to do. I want to show you one other user. Look at this.
okay?
This was, I think, in Salt Lake City or in Vegas. The man in the middle, a lot of you guys will know who he is. His name is Ivan Meisner. He's been using our service for almost 20 years. He's good friends with the owner of our company. They hang out together. So Ivan Meisner is a legend in the networking industry, but he understands the power of the cards, so he uses them himself.
Okay. Um, Now how about so we talked about mass mailing, like sending out 5,000 cards at a time to different people. And I don't know if this is advisable, but is it possible to send the same card um to multiple people? Like, can you pre-select, hey, send it to this 123 people and they'll all get that card, but maybe each one can be name specific, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
You put in
Wow.
high first name or high first name and spell. So each card will be identical outside, but it's personalized with their name. It'll obviously have their address on it, but it'll have their name. It'll say, "Hi Gary, hi George, hi Debbie." So yeah, so personalize it. So it's not as, so it doesn't look generic, if you like, because it's got their name on it.
Okay. Um, is there a way to tag records, the contact records in the database? In other words, um, tag meaning like how you know them, like they were a buyer, so you could create a tag, hashtag buyer, hashtag seller. I don't know if I'm making sense, but you know what I mean, like
Right,
Oh
that
identify.
yeah,
was
you
the
could put,
category. That was the categories. That was at the bottom. So if I was to open
Okay.
it up, you would see my categories. So mine would be real estate or BNI or podcast guests. You know, it could be other realtors, it could be clients, it could be buyers. So you can make all your tabs the way you want
yeah,
to.
groups,
Groups, it's
yeah.
called. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a
Okay.
place for notes as well, you know, if you want to put something personal. I tend to keep most of my information on the phone, but yeah, you can do it in the system as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, okay. This sounds pretty good. Hey, you guys, if if you like this, just do a thumbs up or to click the hand raise button, or you can just type in the chat saying, you're giving us a thumbs up. Because
Well,
I know when I used it, guys, years ago, it was before even digital was out. It was just the physical cars, and I used it a lot, and it worked. You know, I would get
well,
people. They
Gary, I think you should be using it for your personal life as well, because I want to tell you one other story. A
okay,
friend of mine here in Australia, he went to a family gathering and there were like 60 people there, and there were only three of the grandparents. One grandparent was missing, she was in another state. For whatever reason, she couldn't attend. So at the thing, they took a selfie of everybody that was there and sent everybody a card from so everybody got a card from that function. But he
Right.
sent one to the grandparent that was missing. He said about 2 weeks later, whatever, he got a phone call that lasted for at least an hour, and there wasn't a word said because she blubbered the whole way, holding this card and just talking about this card. So it's very powerful for personal usage. So I'm suggesting to you, Gary, that you need to use it for your personal business, personal life, and that's putting you
Okay.
under pressure in front of 10,000 people. Sorry.
There you go. Well, one thing I'd like to do with the group here is there's a way when I did this years ago, it was actually a friend of my wife at the time when I was married. Her name was Monica Rasmussen, and I remember when I
I
mentioned
know
her name.
Monica. I
Yeah,
had a meal with Monica in Salt Lake City. Yeah, I remember Monica. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So this was like 16 years ago,
yeah.
and have been in production for quite some time, and she's no longer doing the theater, but I think she did so well. She doesn't need to work anymore. I mean, she was literally, if you look at her Facebook page, it's always, hey, I'm in, New Zealand this month, and then a month later, she's like, hey, I'm in Germany enjoying vacation with the family. I'm like, holy cow, she's going everywhere. But how does that work? So, what I like to do is like someone in the group here, where there's always somebody's going to be first. Somebody's going to figure out this is a good thing, and they'll be first. But um, can they sign up like under Debbie, and then if anybody else wants to do it, they can sign up under that person? How do we coordinate that? I mean, I can help coordinate it, but I know something like this is probably going to get some takers, not just tonight, because I mean there's 30 people on, but um tomorrow or next week, could be tomorrow or the next day, the recording is going to go out, and then we not only send it out to our entire database, it goes out to YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and then we create shorts and reels out of it for Instagram, and of course Facebook for that too. And um,
George can go over that. George, why don't you go over that part for him, for them?
Yeah, yeah, Gary. Yeah, exactly right. That's how we work. You're always helping somebody else either use the service or use the service and build a business as a side income or full-time income, whatever it is. So anybody that was interested would be connected to Debbie, but then that person, if they bring somebody else on board, would be connected to them. So yeah, you can go down 100 levels in depth or whatever. But if I can just clarify something here. People think that the person that got in first is going to make the most money. That's not the case. It's the person who does the most work. And Gary, you actually said it about you with EXP, the way you structured your business. It's very similar. And yeah, there's money to be made. And I know there's a couple of people on here that are actually I'm connected with. And yeah, whoever wants to know more would initially be connected to Debbie, but if then they bring somebody else on, well, they would be connected to them so they can derive an income. Does that
okay,
answer the question, Gary?
yeah, and just a reminder, I mean, most people that know me on my team, I don't personally get anything out of this. I don't sign up and then I get there's like a residual, just like we have at EXP. I always let you guys do that, and in that way, you know, I'm promoting this because I'm a user. I've used the product. I know it works, and I'm not doing it because there's any financial gain. I'm doing it because I want you to get financial gain from using the cards and having people remember you because the card's on the refrigerator. They put it in their briefcase or their purse or put it on their nightstand, and when the subject comes up, if somebody looking to buy or sell a house a week later, 2 weeks later, a month later, because of what we call front of mind presence, because they have something physically in possession they received from you, they're gonna remember who you are and what you do. They're gonna say, you need to call PF, you need to call K, you need to call, Lindsay to sell your house or buy a new one. That's how this works, and that's why I do this. The more of those reminders you have out there in the world, call it, for lack of better terms, to call it a reminder. It's basically you're implanting a hook in their subconscious mind. And I mean in a very positive way, not a negative way. You're serving them, you're giving them something that's personal. You already helped them buy or sell a house, chances are, right? So doesn't it make sense that they might want to have one of their friends, neighbors, relatives use you because they know you did such a good job with them, they're going to refer you to their loved one. That's That's how you think about this because it's true and it works. You know, then all it takes is for you to do a good job. That's all it takes, you know? So, any questions,
Especially if
guys?
you're, you know, if it's someone's going through graduation or someone had a birthday, you can get a lot of, you know, photos, weddings. You can grab all those screenshots of those amazing times. Those people are not going to want to throw those cards away, you know? So think of them as frameable. And, you know, people are posting the photos that they love, not the photos that they hate.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too that's new. It's not just the digital cards, but the fact that you can custom make your cards with real photos of real people at their own events. I mean, it doesn't get any better. I mean, that's, you know, that shows them that you care enough to take the time to do that, to give them a reminder of something that was, personally important to them, you know? So,
Good.
okay. What do you guys think? You like this?
Yes, I love it.
Of course.
Now, how do they get started if they want to do this, Debbie? Do they, like I saw that you have
Yeah, there's a link there in the chat.
that's your link. Okay.
It was the very, very top and then it's in the middle, but at the very top of the chat, actually, let me put it in again.
Yeah. Get
It's,
ready to do the
yeah,
same
if you
thing.
go at the top, it says save this code promptings. And then and so if you go to the very, very top, I posted first, and then it will take you right into promptings. And then you just follow the prompts. And if anyone wants help, of course, call George, but you can also call me. My number is 510-414-6777. I'll
Could
put
we
it in.
put both those in the chat so we can copy and
Yeah.
paste it real quick, please?
Yeah.
There are many people on here that are in BNI.
Yeah. Any BNI folks? I know I think Mark said I used to be in BNI too, guys. That's another one that you might want to really consider.
There's a
You
guy
know,
called John Moss. He's on as well. He's with BNI.
I
George,
was.
I just committed you to help Mark Silverman on Wednesday morning in his New York chapter.
Oh, okay, thanks a lot.
You could talk about it, but I said, I think George might do it. It's like 3:45 in the morning for me.
yeah.
Thanks. I'm traveling and I won't be able to be there on Wednesday. And I've been looking for a sub. I can't find anybody. If you're interested, you'll
Hey,
meet
Mark,
a bunch of people that'll give you business.
yeah, Mark, I will reach out to you. I'll see if I can help you there. I'll check it out.
George, type your phone number in
Thanks.
the chat. I just typed mine in the chat.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
and
I'll actually, let me drop my email address. That's most probably, then you can just send an email and if somebody wants to connect, and then we can follow up and do a Zoom call.
And I'll give you guys a big hit too. So when BNI first started, it was easy to become a member, start your own chapter, or join whatever chapter you want to join. It's very popular because it's very successful. So you'll if you go to a BNI group, say, hey, I'm a real estate agent, they're going to say 99,999 times out of 100,000, we already have one. Don't say that. Say, look, I have a specialty. I work with investors. You don't have to call yourself commercial. That's different. Just say, well, I specialize with people who invest in real estate, duplexes, fourplexes, flipping, and so forth. And I've never had a case yet where the group said, "Oh, we're still not going to let you in." They would always say, "Great, we're going to let you in," because the other realtor just does first-time home buyers or luxury or what have you. But if you work with investors, then you've got a spot in the group. Just remember that piece of information there. It'll open doors for you. It'll let you get in the group you want to get in. Um, and I promise you, if actually, anybody else have been in BNI before? You know, Mark has been. Yep. So Sheila Barnhart, where are you guys? Sheila, where are you located?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We live in Kohler, Wisconsin, about an hour south of Green Bay and an hour north of Milwaukee. And George is on our team, and I guess Debbie is too. It's nice to meet you. And
Yeah.
you guys did a fantastic job. We've been in for 20 years at
Wow.
the launch.
What a great presentation.
Yeah, you guys did a
Yeah,
great
thanks,
job.
Phil. And that's the power of this business. These guys didn't know me before. They sponsored somebody, and they sponsored the couple in Raleigh, North Carolina, and here I am in Australia. Yes, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devin and April, they're great people too, and that's George's first connection, and then George is our second line. If you want, if you understand what I'm saying, we're two layers down, but George is doing a bang up job, so I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of him.
He's such a great teacher.
Yeah, he is. And he did the AI thing, and I can't find the card. I've been looking all over for it. He did a fantastic birthday card for Phil. It's one of my favorite pictures, and well, I wish I could find it. Maybe next time I'll show it.
I'll send you another one.
Okay, I got it somewhere, but
That was a great card.
I've got to work with AI more because was really cool what you did. No, it was really neat. So
Did you do that with ChatGPT?
he did it with
Yeah.
AI. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yep.
So you can get more and more creative. The thing is you can be as creative as you want to be, or as not creative as you want to be. If you want to just do the, the regular cards in the catalog, like George says, you can do that if that's faster for you. Everybody's different. But now with the AI thing, you can do so many creative things, that stand out and everything. But don't ever think that you have to be some creative genius. You don't. The main thing is to get that card in people's hands and be top of mind. And then they'll remember you. For example, I send about 5 or 6 cards to all my customers every year. I do flat cards for St. Patrick's Day because not a lot of people, do those. And it's real easy that you flip it over. You don't have to fill out the whole card. I do one for, let's see, summer, fall, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So they get about 5 or 6 cards. So hopefully I'm always in there. You know what I mean? So very easy to do. Very, very easy to do.
Very easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, what I like about your guys' group, and I'm getting more and more familiar with you, is you have such a great network, and it's not just local, it's national. It's not just national, it's international,
Yep.
which really resonates with us and our team here because
Mhm.
our team is in 38 states.
Wow.
It's very unusual for a real estate team to do that, but we proved that it can be done, and
Mhm.
we've been doing it for 5 years.
Yeah.
And to team
Where
up.
are you headquartered?
Well, believe it or not, the team is actually headquartered, incorporated in Cheyenne, Wyoming, but
Sure.
none of us live there. None of us
Yeah.
are actually physically ever there. It's just a business function to set it up in Wyoming, but we're like PFs in Massachusetts, Astinas in Washington State. Um, we got Rob Perot's in Florida, Gene's in Florida, Jay's up in Ontario, Grace is in California, Kurt's in
Yeah.
Oregon, Kathy's in Virginia. So the thing is, I love working with groups like this because the exposure and the connections, the engagement. So everybody here is on my team. I'm going to give you the biggest hint of the week here. Okay.
Yeah.
If you think just engage with these guys, stay in contact with them because remember, Sheila might not be buying or selling a house tomorrow or next week or next month or even next year. But I bet you $1,000,000 she knows somebody who's going to be buying or selling a house in the next day, week, month, or year. And
Right.
if you have front of mind presence because you engage with them through BNI,
Mhm.
through the card and networking with them, remember we brought that up the other week? One of the best things you can do in this business is to put yourself out there, be part of other groups and clubs, guys. And this is an excellent way to do that because they're entrepreneurial.
Yeah.
They're thinking, how
Yeah.
can I help PF? How can I help K? How can I help Bambi?
Mhm.
Because they know a rising tide lifts all ships. If they help you, it helps them too. Does
Yeah.
that make sense, guys? Just do a hand raise, type it in the chat box. Does that what I
Yeah.
just described there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you seem to have a lot of the same philosophy as Cody, our CEO. So it's a good, synchronization, that he has the same concept as you do, and
Yep.
and it's true. Everything you're saying is true. Think about all the relationships in 20 years, the people that we've met that have come and gone. Really glad that George didn't go. I'm glad George is around, and of course he's a delight, of course, to talk to all the time. Love his accent and all that. And we got to meet in Salt Lake City many years ago, I think, with probably at least 10 years ago, right, George? Something like that. So it's fun to meet people from all over the world. So
Yep. Absolutely. I
Does,
mean, it's been
it's like,
that
has a question.
one concept of participating, engaging, with a couple different groups over the years. That's really the secret to my success. You
Right.
know, that's just good old fashioned relationship building, networking, engagement with people, and it comes naturally once you start doing it. Even if it's not natural for you now,
Mhm.
doesn't it become natural, guys? Debbie, George, Sheila. I mean, over time, you develop the habits. That's all it is.
Absolutely.
I used to be terrified to get on Zoom, but I get on every Friday morning just with a group of send out cards people. We're not even on the same team, but we just tell our successes, and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
you ought to feel connected to somebody, to a group, and it's very important to do that. So,
Well, I
Yeah.
like it because it's the kind of person I want to be. I'm not real consistent and I'm not very good at sending cards or remembering birthdays, but this is the kind of person I want to be.
yeah. Well, we'll help you. George will help you. Debbie will
If
help
you
you.
can help make me into the better me, I'm all for it.
That's easy.
Okay, you're gorgeous.
Okay.
Could,
Well, hey
could
guys,
you
we're at the
remind me the
magic.
name of the company?
It's
The
called
name of the company?
prompting.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it used to be send out cards, Kathy, but I didn't realize I keep calling it send out cards. It's just habit of mine to do it, but it's promptings. But I guess there was a renaming, a merger, or acquisition, something like that, sometime in the past. Um, and it's evolved so much since I was using it, and that was hard to believe 16 years ago when I met Monica, and she came to our business. It was really neat. I don't know if she's still in the Pittsburgh area, but she came to meet my wife at her business, and then Susan told her about me. She came to my business, and all the agents there jumped on it. At that time, I was the first one to join, and I did take there. You get a little piece of the pie every time somebody does that. Um, and it was a great revenue stream, quite frankly. Uh,
What was Monica's last name?
Rasmussen.
Rasmussen.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not the Monica I know. Okay, that's fine.
yeah. Yeah, this Monica retired. She's no longer doing it, and she's traveling all over the world.
Oh,
So
good for her.
probably on her residual. Yeah, I would tell you, it's the kind of stuff that you've got to jump in, and it'll pay off if you jump in and take advantage of it.
Yeah.
But for really the guys here on the call, I'm primarily interested in them having another tool in their toolbox that makes it easier for them to maintain contact with people and keep front of mind presence. That's one of the hardest things in today's world because it's so easy to stay behind the computer.
Yep.
And anytime you can reach somebody personally with a physical card, telling it's 100 times better than an email,
Yeah.
probably
Absolutely.
1,000 times.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Absolutely.
yeah,
Can I
and for,
ask one more question before you
yeah.
guys shift?
Mhm.
Um, you may or may not know that we have Canva at our disposal, and you can do cards and things like that, and you can print and send through them as well. I know they don't do a database for us, but can you compare what you're offering versus what Canva has for us?
Catherine, I haven't used I use Canva, but I haven't used that part of the service for obvious
Okay.
reasons. But yeah, look, they create great stuff. So do we. So I can't really answer the question there, but yeah. Yeah, I can't. I haven't used that part of the service yet. In fact, Canva's
Okay.
just down the road here. It's amazing. A little Aussie company that's worth billions today.
I guess I can answer. I use Canva and I love Canva and I've never used that feature, but what you just said was that it doesn't have the database. And for me as a realtor and being organized and being able to quickly change it and having it connected like that, that is the most important feature for me. Because soon as someone says they've moved, I can go in and edit it. And if it was somewhere else, it's one more step. So, and I love Canva and I have, I pay full for the Canva, for Canva. So, and I use it every day, but they are different for sure if you can't have a database. And when they can, then maybe it'll be something that, you wouldn't want to duplicate.
Right. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, no, it was good. I didn't know you can do that.
Okay.
Thing is, I want to hand out a congratulations to Kay Peck, guys. Kay closed her biggest deal since she's been here last week, and it was not an easy one. It was one that She listed it. It was under contract to a, quote unquote cash buyer who actually didn't have cash. And they were trying to get a loan behind the scenes that didn't work out. So that fell through. And angry owners, you might imagine. Well, she had another offer on the side, that was, like a Plan B type offer. Turns out it came through last week. And Kate, was it the same price as the first one? The same dollar? I think it was,
It was
wasn't it?
same one as same price as the one that fell through because it was a HUD short sale. And
Yep.
yeah, and the good news was, I always say, when God closes a door, He opens a window. I got both sides of the deal.
Well,
Second
he
time
didn't just
around.
open a window. He opened up a whole panoramic view for you. You got double ended
Yeah.
from one side to double ender. And I mean, it's just an amazing story. So I'm just so happy for you. And she also capped on the team. Um, so this is like a true huge. I mean, you talk about somebody earning their stripes. I told Kay, I said, Kay, you're a go-to person. You're matriculated, you're protected, you're a lifer. So
I'm
congratulations.
learning lots.
Yep, you're there. You
Congratulations.
made it.
And
Yep.
then the buyers were in a rent house and had just signed a new contract. And so I'm helping them find another renter to rent their house.
Wow. Wow.
That's how it goes. The gift that keeps on giving. Yep. That's the cherry on top. That's your new pair of shoes. The first one is a new car. This one's a new pair of shoes,
Yeah.
Uh, all right. Well, listen, guys, if you don't have any more questions, please make sure you have Debbie's contact information and George's. Does everybody have that? If you
Yes.
don't have it, that you want it, please raise your hand and let us know. We will put it in the email that goes out to everybody, the contact information. It'll be there as well. And you can just email me too or text me if you want to get I have both their contact information. And if you could, please give them a pat on the back, guys, for doing this. They're
Thank you.
busy just like you guys. It's dinner time where Debbie is. It's surfing time where George is, and so yeah. But I really appreciate you guys coming to do this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
you.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to
Gary.
meet you.
Thank
Nice to meet
you.
all of you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Good night.
And everybody
Bye,
remember,
everybody.
set up your one-on-ones. And for the GIA team, remember Wednesday night, there's a monthly GIA call. We're going to make it a working session for AI stuff I've learned in the last couple of weeks. So please make sure you're there.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
So
bye.
everyone-
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode of Monday Night Live. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and go to realestatewithgarywilson.com to join our community and start building wealth today.